seen that I have seen that they have provided you excellent content, and I'm very happy that these are international standard contents, and a lot of information is given to all of you. And I hope that you are making good use of this knowledge. And I am also sure that you will be keep on applying this knowledge in your future projects and future endeavors in which you will be working on various aspects of computer science. So in this session, we planned to discuss on explainable AI, which is very important aspects for building futuristic AI systems. And I hope that we are at best juncture where we can introduce this concept to all of you, because you have already covered various aspects of machine learning, building classification, regressions, and you know that how you can create all those models. You are also familiar with various classification algorithms like deep neural networks, port vector machines, decision tree, naive Bayes, and so on. So in this session, we will discuss in detail that why explainable AI is important, and what are different challenges in contemporary artificial intelligence systems, how we can solve all those challenges and issues with the help of explainable AI. We will dig deep into various explainable AI techniques which are useful nowadays to solve or to generate explanations for our models. And I will discuss briefly about the working principle of various algorithms like LIME and SHAP. And in the end, we will see the demonstration or explainable AI in action, where you can see that what kind of output is possible with the help of explainable AI. And in the end, we will be having an interactive quiz. So we will be having special prize for all the winners. So please listen to the talk carefully so that you can perform well at the end of this session during the quiz. And one more thing, please don't hesitate to interrupt me in between. This meant to be an interactive session. So if at any point you have a few questions or something is not clear to you, please feel free to interrupt me, and I will be happy if you unmute yourself and discuss your progress in between during the discussion. So can we start this session? Say yes, you can unmute. So it's very important to so it's very important to energize and to please be interactive, and it's very important that we should keep on discussing, and we should be everything should be clear to you. So let's start our discussion. So in the beginning, you all are familiar that artificial intelligence is already making huge impact in our life. We all are using artificial intelligence in our daily life, even without realizing that its impact. You all know that Facebook AI algorithms are deciding which post we must see. Amazon AI algorithm recommends the products we can purchase. Netflix and YouTube algorithms are recommending the videos which we should watch. Even Google Map AI algorithms recommending the routes we should take. We rely on weather AI algorithms to decide whether to take umbrella to office or not. Even dating and matchmaking sites are recommending the person to date. So you can see that. What is the influence of artificial intelligence in our daily life? So AI even can deciding the person to whom we should date. Not only this, we are also using artificial intelligence in very life critical applications. You are familiar that now we are using AI for healthcare applications, where we are using AI models to predict whether the person has a high chance of getting stroke or not. And let's suppose this person classified as a very high chance of stroke. So it's very natural for this person to ask why he has a very high chances of stroke. So at this point, explainable AI come into the picture, and it helps us to generate explanation that why this person has very high chance of stroke. You are familiar with banking system, and in now AI system are even approving or rejecting the loan of the person. So again, it's equally important that if the loan of the person is rejected, he has a right to know why his loan has been rejected. So at this point, again, explainable AI come as a rescue to generate explanation for this person that why his or her loan has been rejected. We are also using AI for very critical applications like railways, driving cars, planes, drones, and so on. So, when we are using AI for very life critical applications, it's very important to have trust on those AI system. And in order to have trust on those AI system, explainable AI plays a major role. And along with that, I have also mentioned that, so once you are generating classification for the person that his loan has been rejected by AI system, or he has very high chances of stroke, it's very natural for the person to ask for the explanations. So it's very important to ask the question that why AI is making a particular decision. And the solution for this is explainable AI. You know that in neural networks, we are using very complex black boxes where even the developer have no idea what kind of parameters are tuned, what kind of weights are used, and even we don't know what kind of features the system has picked up. So as a developer, we have no idea what are the important features, and all these machine learning models are just acting as a black box. So in order to generate explanation, we require another layer of software over our existing model, and that layer of software is called as explainable AI. So in this session, we are going to dig deep into explainable AI, and this is also called as interpretable machine learning. So I hope this definition makes sense. Interpretable machine learning. So now you already know machine learning, and in this session, we are going to discuss how we can make our machine learning model more interpretable. So we know that human need to understand what kind of algorithm we are using, and for this we are using explainable AI, and it make our algorithm more understandable, and it provides the technique to better understand and validate our machine learning models. And this is the reason that why explainable AI become a buzzword in modern days. And you can see that from Google Trend that yes, this term is have carrying a lot more importance nowadays, and a lot more people have interest in this technology. So at this point, I'm going to explain you why explainable AI is important for end user, for AI developer, and for regulator. So here we are covering three main aspects of explainable AI. One aspect is end user, where we all can be part of this. Second aspect is AI developer. Since you are learning machine learning, so you will be future AI developers. So it's very important that explainable AI is very important for AI developer, and as well as for those regulators who ensure that our AI algorithms are free from any biases, and they ensure that all the regulations are satisfied before implementing AI system in any organization. So we discuss in detail about those applications. So let's discuss about end user. So as I mentioned, so this person, let's suppose, visit a hospital, and that hospital is using a AI system, which is a black box ML model, and that AI system predicted that he has 90% chances of stroke. So now this person naturally asks why he has a very high chance of stroke. So here, by having explainable AI at a place, we can provide the information to the patient that you have a high chances of stroke because your age is greater than 60, your body mass index is greater than 35, and you also have a hypertension. So we can generate these kind of explanation to satisfy our patient, and these explanation actually help us to generate trust in those AI system which we are using in healthcare system. Or explainable AI can generate explanation like your age is 50 years, greater than 50, you are diabetic, and you have high glucose level. So these are the reasons that you have high chances of stroke. So explainable AI algorithms are capable to generate these kind of explanation to satisfy end user or to generate trust in our ongoing or existing AI systems. Explainable AI can go one step ahead, and it can generate counterfactual explanations. What it is called? Counterfactual explanation. So side by side, I will tell you some few important terms. So this is one of the most important term. So I request each one of you to please keep your notebook and pen with you, or at least your tab, so that you can write. So if you are not carrying, please move and have notebook and pen with you. I'm here pausing for 30 seconds. So I'm waiting for you to click your notebook and pen. and just write on your notebook counterfactual explanation. So this is the first term which is very important, and I'm going to discuss it. So counterfactual explanation mean that it not only said that right now you have a 90% chances of stroke, but it can provide explanation that, okay, what action this person should take so that he can move from non-desirable class to desirable class. Again, I am repeating, what action that this person can take so that he can move from non-desirable class to desirable class. Non-desirable desirable class is stroke. So this person want to move from stroke to no stroke. So counterfactual explanation can provide the detail that what action this person should take so that he can have no stroke status. So explainable AI can generate the information like this. Right now, your prediction is 90% stroke. But if you would decrease your body mass index to 25, the prediction would be 70% no stroke. So now you can appreciate that how important this information is for the patient. So if our AI model can provide this kind of information to the patient that, okay, right now you are having high chances of stroke, but here we are suggesting the actions so that he can move from stroke to no stroke class. And these are very vital information points. And if person can act on these points, of course, it will be very, very useful. So in counterfactual explanation, we can provide these kind of details. Here, I'm just giving one more example. So let's suppose originally the person has loan rejected. So this is undesirable class. Person want to move to desirable class, which is loan approved. So counterfactual explanation can provide possible action so that he can move from loan rejected to loan approval. So one possible suggestion may be increase your income by $10,000, or it can generate another possible suggestion that increase income by 5,000 and have one more year of credit history so that you can move from loan rejected to loan approved. So my point is that explainable AI are capable to generate multiple counterfactuals, mean that multiple possible actions a person can take in order to move from non-desirable class to desirable class. And of course, you can feel that this is very vital information for end user. So with this example, I just conclude that yes, explainable AI is very important for end user in terms of providing the details why he have high chances of stroke or why his or her loan has been rejected. Along with that, we can also provide counterfactual explanations through which that person can move from non-desirable class to desirable class by taking appropriate recommended actions. Yeah, at this point, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. You can unmute yourself. Okay, so now we are going to discuss how explainable AI is useful for AI developers. So this is your area, and I hope that I'm going to discuss an example which will make sense to you people. So you all are now using CNN models and building some classifiers based on the images. So this is the case study, a similar kind of case study, which is very popular for explaining the role of explainable AI for developers. And in this case study, you can see that we have collected various images of husky dog, which are labeled as H, while we have few images of wolf, which are labeled as W. So AI developer has trained their model on this data set. They achieved very good accuracy, let's suppose 98% accuracy. They feel very satisfied that they have built a very accurate model, and then they test it on this particular image. So when they test this particular image of husky dog, they're surprised to see that this husky dog is classified as wolf. So they're surprised that why this husky dog is classified as wolf, while their model has very high accuracy on the training data, but still on the testing data, which clearly visible as husky dog, the model is classifying this as wolf. So they feel the problem, and then in order to solve this, they apply explainable AI. And through explainable AI, we can generate heat map or to highlight those pixel area which model is looking at during making that prediction. So normally CNN model simply say that class is A, B, C, or D. So why class is A or B? So here by applying explainable AI, we can generate heat map to highlight those pixel area which the model is looking at during making that prediction. So when they apply explainable AI, they came to know that the model is looking at this. So from this, you can see that the model is not at all looking at any of the feature of the husky dog, but the model is just looking at eyes in the background. And since we have eyes in the background, the model is saying that this is a wolf. This is not a husky dog. Can you identify the problem in this data set? Why our AI model is making this kind of prediction? Anyone? You can see this data set, and do you have any explanation for this? Again, I am repeating. They applied their model on this testing image. When they applied it, they came to know that this image is wolf, but it is not, but actually it is husky dog. So when they apply explainable AI, the explainable AI generated this, and the explainable AI say that there is eyes in the background, so that's why this is wolf. Why explainable AI detected eyes in the background for classifying husky dog and wolf instead of focusing on feature of husky dog or wolf? So can anyone give me a hint? I'm waiting for your response. You can unmute.
Because sir, maximum of the wolf are in the snowy areas.
Yeah, so very good, Vansh. So if you closely look all those images, you can see that all the wolves are having eyes in the background. So all those wolf images are having eyes in the background, and in all the images of husky dog, there is no eyes in the background. So actually, instead of detecting husky dog and wolf, they have built a system to detect eyes in the background. So whenever system detected eyes in the background, the model is saying that this is wolf. When there is no eyes in the background, the model is saying that this is a husky dog. So they came to know about the problem in their model by applying explainable AI. So you can see that by using explainable AI, you can came to know that why your model is making that kind of prediction, and you can use this knowledge to further improve the accuracy of your model. So based on this finding, they came to know that there are two possible solutions. One solution is either they have to collect more images where there should be no eyes in the background, particularly for wolf, or they need to pre-process their data set so that they can remove the background before processing it. So I was looking at your uh, WhatsApp group. So there was an assignment to remove the background for the image from the image before building machine learning model. So yeah, this can be a possible application that we can remove background before building a model, and then that problem can be solved. So yeah, but it is important to understand that by applying explainable AI, we can improve the accuracy of our system, and we get to know about why our model is making these predictions, and we can take appropriate action based on that. So from this case study, you can easily correlate that yeah, it can be very useful for developers, and developers use this to improve their models. Is it clear? If you have any questions, you can ask. Good. So now the third part is what are the three major application area which we discussed? We discussed first end user, which I covered. I discussed about the case of patient. I also discussed about the loan management system. And for AI developer, we just discussed the example of husky dog and wolf with ice in the background. So now the third case is explainable AI is very important for regulators. So let's discuss why explainable AI is important for regulators. So recently, European Union come up with a rule called as right of explanation under GDPR, which is General Data Protection Regulations. And under this GDPR, there is a very important clause related with AI model. Just read this clause, and they say that all the individuals have a right to obtain meaningful explanation of the logic involved when automated individual decision making is used. So it means that person has a right to get the explanation when company is using AI model for decision making. So if bank is using AI model for improving or approving or rejecting the loan, the person has a right to know why his loan has been rejected. So it is responsibility of the bank to provide meaningful explanation for the logic involved in AI models. So now here you can see that challenge. So now you know that you have discussed all machine learning models which are very accurate based on deep neural networks, RNN, CNN, and so on. So these models are so complex, even the developers don't know why these models are making that prediction. They are just acting as a black box. But now GDPR making it very clear that if a bank is using AI, this bank has to provide the explanation to the user why his loan has been rejected. So let's suppose if a company is using AI to shortlist the CVs of the person for internship, then the company has to provide the reasons why a particular CV has been rejected, which is a very important challenge. And this challenge can even stuck the growth of AI models integration into different applications. So this is the reason that explainable AI become very important area after 2018, and people it's become mandatory for all those AI developers or all those companies who are investing in AI models to also have explainable AI there at the place, which can generate explanation to the end user whenever it is required. So this is very important for regulators to ensure that also to ensure that our AI models are not suffering from any kind of biases. So let's suppose you are using AI model for rejecting or approving or shortlisting few series for a particular job. So now during that particular model building, uh, it can be biased in the model can be more biased towards urban people as compared to rural students, or model can be biased more towards men as compared to women, or model can be biased to a particular range of person as compared to other, based on their caste, based on their color, based on their background, and so on. So regulator has to make it ensure that the model is not suffering from any kind of biases in the model. So explainable AI is very important, where we can use explainable AI tools to detect any kind of biases in our AI models. So here we have a very important case study called as Compass case study. This is a case study of US, where they are planning to use a software in US court. So let's suppose judge has to make a decision about the release of the person. So before making the decision on the release of the person, the judge used to or judge there is a planning to that judge will refer this software, and that software will tell likelihood of the defendant to become lawbreaker. So the judge will check the risk by using this software, that is it safe to release the person or is it risky. So if the model say that it is risky to release the person, then the judge can reverse his or her decision. So it's very important that this software should free from any kind of biases. So when regulator apply this model by using explainable AI technique, they came to know that actually the model suffer from racism towards black people. So if the person has same kind of history, it has been found that black people has been classified under high risk as compared to white people. Both of the person has similar kind of history, but you can see that the model is treating this by black people, black person under high risk category, while the person with the same history is classified as low risk because he's white. So by using explainable AI, we can generate these kind of explanation. And for this, we have a Google tool called as What If tool, which I will be discussing in this session. And from that, you can clearly see that if two person have similar kind of attributes, they should fall under the same category. If two person having similar kind of attribute are classified under different category, then there may be a problem in our model. So you can easily correlate that if two person have similar kind of skill set, then either both of the person should be selected or both should be rejected. If they have a similar kind of skill set, but one is accepted, one is rejected, then there may be some bias in the model. And in this case, we can analyze by using explainable AI. If both have similar kind of history, criminal history, then they should be classified either as low risk or high risk, both in the same category. If they are classified under different category, then explainable AI can raise the alarm, and by further investigating the system, those regulators can identify the biases in the model. And this is the case study which is very popular, and through this case study they able to identify that black people are wrongly identified as lawbreaker as compared to white people, and they simply rejected this software and they have not implemented it on court. But otherwise, you can understand that if explainable AI is not at place, then it can impact the society in a lot, and it can have a lot more harm on the society. So that's why it's very important for explain to have explainable AI at place for regulators. So with this, I have covered that explainable AI is very useful for how many people? Can you tell me with this? So what is the first example? Yeah,
End
you can
users.
unmute. So
End u-
first is end users, yeah, and second one is
AI
Developers.
AI developers, and third one is
Regulator.
regulators. And there was a rule from European Union. So what is that rule? GB?
Right to know the explanation
Yeah,
regarding
right to
predictions made by the
explanation, and it is called as GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. So under this, it become mandatory that we should generate explanations for our models. So at this point, you can easily enforce that yes, why explainable AI is important. So now at this point, I'm just defining explainable AI. That explainable AI is a artificial intelligence in which the results of the solution can be understood by humans, because AI model results cannot be understood by human. They're just making prediction. But why? So in contrast to the concept of black box in machine learning, where even its designer cannot explain why an AI arrived at specific decision, explainable may be implementation for the social right to explanations. So I hope this make the sense that it become very important for industries to have explainable AI at place, so that instead of black boxes, we have something to generate explanations and to provide the social right to explanations. So I can conclude that so explainable AI empower individuals against undesirable effect of automated decision making. So yeah, there may be some undesirable effect which can be protected by using explainable AI. To implement the right of explanation, GDPR, it helped the people to make better decision. It helped to make better AI system. So AI developer can use it to make better AI system, and it helped to preserve and expand AI. So I like this last statement very much, that yes, it's very important to preserve and expand AI. So expansion of AI is very much now dependent on the expansion of explainable AI research. So we should able to generate or we should able to quickly solve these problems so that we can expand explainable AI in lot more other areas. So at this point, I'm going to discuss why it is tough to generate explanations for traditional machine learning models. So I'm quickly taking the look about various classifiers which you have learned in this machine learning course. So you know that these are various kind of ML algorithms: decision tree, logistic regression, random forest, KNN, support vector machine, neural network, CNN, and RNN. So all these models are actually divided into two types. So now again, I am introducing two new terms. You can write down on your notebook. So decision tree and logistic regression are classified as glass box, while all these models, random forest, KNN, CNN, RNN, are classified as black box. So it's very important to understand that why decision tree and logistic regression, why decision tree and application developer are asked as decision tree and logistic regression. So we are using decision tree and logistic regression for glass box models. So can anybody tell me why we put decision tree and logistic regression under different category as compared to other algorithms? So I'm waiting for your decision. You can unmute. Yeah. So my question is, why decision tree and logistic regression put under different category as compared to random forest, support vector, CNN, RN, and so on? Yes, please. You just try. Don't hesitate. You can answer it. Please unmute. Anyone? Decision tree, logistic regression. Yes. Anyone? Okay, I will answer this. Okay, I'm getting few responses on the chat also.
So because in both of these models, we can look at how decision is taken. Like in decision tree, we can look at the steps, and in logistic regression, we can see which features are important and which are less important.
Yeah, so good. So let me explain it in little bit more details. So yeah. So we are calling decision tree and logistic regression as glass box models. So why they are called as glass box? Because they are called as by design interpretable model. So decision tree is by design interpretable. It is by default interpretable. Logistic regression is by default interpretable. Why it is so? You can see this from little explanation. So you know that this is the decision tree which can generate tree like this. It has a root, and based on those decisions we have some decision nodes. So let's see whether the person will buy a mobile or not. So it has these kind of decision node. We check on the basis of cost, then we check battery, then we check memory, then we check camera, and based on that we say that the person will buy or not. So these are very interpretable models. So let us consider this case of stroke and no stroke. So if we apply decision tree model, you will get a decision tree like this. So when a person come, you will check its age, then we check its body mass index, and based on that, you will say that it is no stroke. So you can easily generate explanation for this person based on this decision tree, that you have a no stroke because your age is greater than this, but your body mass index was less. So that's why you have no chances of stroke. So decision tree is by design interpretable. It provides decision tree, it provides if else rules, which can be easily understandable by any person, and you can generate and provide explanations. While logistic regression provide a equation like this. I hope you are familiar with this, where we have dependent variable and all those independent variables. So every independent variable will get some weight, and based on that weight, we can check that whether the variable is important or not. For example, here I am explaining this. So let's suppose I have made a system which will check that whether the person will get a loan or not, and I apply logistic regression. So logistic regression is based on this mathematical equation, where x1, x2 are independent variable, b1 and b2 are their coefficients, and y is the predicted value. So let's suppose these are the attributes we have for our data set, and every attribute will get some kind of weight. Some weight will be positive and some weight will be negative. So can you tell me, in approving this loan, which column is not important? Can you tell me by just reviewing this equation that which column is not important and which column is most important in approving or rejecting the loan of the person? Which column is least important? Can you tell me by referring this equation? Yeah, anyone?
City.
City.
Very good. So city is not important because city is getting a weight of 0. Similarly, married is not important because it is getting a weight of 001. So yeah, so from these weights, you can easily say that this is important and this is not important. What is most important?
Loan amount term.
Loan amount.
Loan amount term. And what is least important? City. And what is negatively impacting your chances of getting the loan?
Loan amount.
Loan amount. So yeah, so if you are having very high loan amount request, the chances of getting loan approval may be less. So yeah, from this example, you can easily say that the logistic regression is by design interpretable, and you can just provide the importance of attributes just by looking at this equation. So yeah, so these kind of models are called as interpretable models. So that's why they are called as glass box model. But all these other models are tough to explain in the same way. So that's why they put under the category of black boxes. So that's why we have two categories, glass box and black box. So glass box are called as by design. Can you repeat? By design
Interpretable.
interpretable model, because decision tree is interpretable and logistic regression is also by default interpretable. But all these CNN, RN, and SVM are not that interpretable because we have multiple attributes and it is not easy to generate explanation on that. Now, so at this point, we are going to discuss very important another aspects of explainable AI, that is called as interpretability versus accuracy. Interpretability versus accuracy. So I request everyone to just look into this graph for a minute and try to understand what this picture is depicting. So I'm pausing at this point. Just take a look. And if you can explain this to me after a minute, it will be great. Yes, anyone? Can anyone explain this to me, that what this graph is indicating? Interpretability is on y-axis and accuracy is on x-axis. We all have classifiers indicated in different dots. So yeah, what this indicate?
It says
that
that
they are inversely proportional.
Yeah, please. Anyone?
that the as the accuracy increases, the interpretability of the model decreases.
Yeah, very good. So as we are increasing the accuracy, particularly if you refer deep learning model, deep neural network, you can see that they are very accurate, but they are not that interpretable. So we just discussed that linear regression and decision tree are very good in interpretability because they are by default interpretable, but they are very poor in accuracy. So we have to make a choice. There is a trade-off between interpretability and accuracy. So what do you think? Where we should go? We should go with accuracy or we should go with interpretability?
Accuracy.
Yeah, so we have to go with accuracy because we can say that let's only use decision tree because we have to ultimately generate interpretable models, but decision tree are just 80% accurate or maybe less accurate. So you can't create product until you got a accuracy of 98%, 99%, and so on. So in order to generate or create product, you require very high accuracy system. So first priority is to have accurate system. So that's why from last couple of decade, all the research is focused on creating accurate system by investing time on deep neural networks, CNN, RNN, and so on. So ultimately, with time, we are able to solve the problem of accuracy, and we just conclude that our deep neural network are very accurate, but we end up with very low interpretability. So at this point, now we are looking at another layer of software over these existing deep neural network model so that we can provide interpretability now. So after achieving accuracy, we are now targeting to make those existing neural network, which are black boxes, to make them interpretable. So that's why we are discussing here about how we can make our existing deep neural network more interpretable. So that's why I will be starting my discussion on black boxes. So you all are familiar with this, that let's suppose I have images and I need to check whether tumor is benign or malignant. So I have to create a neural network, but they just act like a black boxes. We have no interpretation about that why model is classifying this. So we require some kind of explainable AI so that we can generate interpretation for those kind of models. So that's why we are at this point looking to approaches to make our black boxes more interpretable. If you have any question at this point, you can ask me. Yes, please. So at this point, we can conclude that there are two approaches to build interpretable model. One is just to use decision tree or logistic regression, build only interpretable model. But of course, this is not a good solution, so we have to discard this. And second is use complex model, but then drive explanation for those complex models. And this approach is called as post hoc approach. First build accurate model and then post implementation, think about generating interpretation. So we are at here second stage where we are looking for driving explanation for complex models, and they are called as post hoc models. So we have two kind of model, black boxes and glass boxes, but there is also a third term called as white box. So here now I am introducing a third term called as white box. So you can just write down that point on your notebook, white box. So in black box, you know that we don't know anything about the model. We just know input and output. So we just know the relationship between input and output. So when this is the situation, we called this as a black box model where we have only input and output knowledge. But in case of white box, we have access to the model internal. So in this case, you have little bit more knowledge. Still, it is a neural network, still it is a complex model, but you still have some excess of internal. You may have excess of weights, and from the weights you can try to interpret something. So you not only have access to input and output, but here you have access to internal weights, and from the internal weights you can build your algorithm to generate explanations. So in some situation we have no excess of weights, but our algorithm should rely on only on input and output experimentation. But in some cases we have excess of internal weights also, and in that situation we called it new term that is called as white boxes. So finally, at this point, there are four major techniques to generate explanation for our black boxes. So please write down these points on your notebook because this is important. So here I have listed four major techniques to generate explanations for black box model. And these are visual, feature importance, data points, and surrogate models. So now we dig deep into some approaches which we can use to generate explanation for our models. One approach is called as visual. Second is, can you speak with me? Second is
Importance.
Feature
feature
important.
importance. Third is
Data points.
data points, and fourth one is
Surrogate models.
surrogate model. So we are going to discuss these models in details one by one. So first is visual. So what is visual? It's simple. Try to provide some kind of correlation plots. It's just like exploratory data analysis, and it provides some kind of correlation plots to understand how our attributes are visually interacted with each other. So in this, we create scatter plots and correlations by using matplotlib and try to understand some correlation between different attributes, and that correlation may be positive, that correlation may be negative, some correlation may be strong, some correlation may be weak, and sometimes we have no correlation between these attributes. So these kind of analysis can also help us to provide some kind of insights about how our attributes are interacting with each other, and that approach can be further exploited to generate some kind of explanation by understanding how our attributes are interlinked or correlated with each other. So we commonly rely on exploratory data analysis techniques for this, and these approaches are called as visual approaches. Then second is feature importance. So this is very important technique. It is also called as a feature summary. You can read from here. So the information about feature importance here is used, and it is also called as feature summary. So here I am giving you an example. So let's suppose we have a system which say that whether the person is having high chance of stroke or not. So based on that system, we can generate feature importance that, okay, for making this decision that whether person is having high chances of stroke or not, what are the most important features? So here we can generate feature importance to say that, oh, most important feature is age, then glucose level, then hypertension, then previous heart disease, body mass index, and so on. So if you have feature importance with you, then you can explain to the person that, okay, your age was the most important criteria in this particular decision, or your hypertension is the main reason. So if we have feature importance summary with us, we can easily generate explanation, and we can satisfy our end user based on these feature importance. So yes, we are looking for feature importance, and our Lime and SHAP models, which are very important approaches for explainable AI, are actually can generate feature importance for our deep neural networks, which is very unique. So you know that in deep neural network, we even don't know what are the features, but by applying Lime, you can come to know what are the main features, and even it can provide the feature importance also, and we can use that feature importance to generate explanation. So this is the second technique. And third technique is data points, where we can use data points to better understand the models. So I discussed about those case of compass data set where two person has similar history, and we want to see that whether both person are classified under same category or not. If they are classified in a different category, then we can raise the alarm. So these type of explanation can be generated by using third approach called as data points. So we have a tool called as What If tool from Google. So this is the snapshot of this What If tool. It is available online. You can try it. So through this What If tool, what it indicates that this is a data set where we are having two classes. So you can see that red is a one class and blue is another class, and you can click on any data point. So if you click on this data point, it will provide you all the information about the attributes. So these are the attributes of the person which is classified under red category. And similarly, you can select another dot under blue. So if, let's suppose, these are the two similar dots. So if you observe these two dots data points clearly, you can see that what is the difference between these two data points. So if they really have some important difference, then we can say that yes, our model is unbiased. But if you see that this data point and this data point are very similar, but still they are classified on a different category, then you can easily raise an alarm. Then you can see that, yeah, there is a problem in our model, and you can detect biases. So we can use What If tool to generate explanations based on our data points, and it is very commonly used to understand the biases in our model. So can you repeat with me, what is the name of the tool? What If tool, and it is used to analyze our data points. And you can see that by selecting a particular data point, it can generate all its attributes and its corresponding value. So you can check that this particular person has this age and so on. So this is all about risk of the person compass data set. So this is the age of the person, and this is the criminal history of the person and social status and so on. So if you check that this person also have a similar kind of history, but they are classified under different category, then of course you can understand biases in the model, and we can use What If tool for this. So this is the third approach for generating explanation, and that approach is called as data points, and we use What If tool for this. Finally, we have fourth approach called as surrogate model, and this is very important technique, and LIME is the algorithm which is used for this. So in this surrogate model, we built a simple model around the complex one to generate explanations. So please write down this line on your notebook. In surrogate model, we built a simple model around the complex one. I hope you are carrying your notebook. I know that these days you don't carry any notebook, you only have mobiles. But as I suggested, please write down these points on your notebook. So surrogate model built a simple model around the complex one. So I'm going to explain this, and I hope that you will appreciate that example. So let's suppose this person has a very high chance of stroke. And when we applied it, we came to know that this is the complex model which is generating that explanation. So you can see that the model is very non-linear. This is the boundary of that model. On one side, we have class this, and this is the another class in a different color. And you can clearly see that the model is very complex, and we can't generate any explanation based on that. So what LIME will do, LIME is a local model, and it is a local interpretable model. So in LIME, we just focus on that particular individual instance. So you can see that. So we are generating only explanation for this person, and we zoom into that area. So we zoom into that area. So when you zoom into this area, you will see that the model will look like this. So if you zoom into this window, the model will look like this. This is the person. On one side, we have a stroke. On one side, we have no stroke. And then we have a linear boundary line which clearly separate stroke from no stroke. And then if you focus on this zoom local model, then you can easily generate explanation. Can you tell me, by just looking at this model, we are here on y-axis, I have feature 1, on x-axis, I have feature 2. If you look at this model, can you tell me what is the most important attribute in deciding stroke and no stroke? Feature 1 or feature 2? Just look at this graph and tell me which is the most important attribute, feature 1 or feature 2, in order to decide stroke or no stroke. Yes, please.
Feature 2.
Why? Why feature
So
2?
because that data point, if it's on the side of feature 2, then there is a possibility that it's two stroke. If it's going above, that is in feature 1, there is the y-axis, then we cannot determine.
Yeah, so very good. So you can see that if you increase the value of feature 2, you will move from no stroke area to, sorry, so you can see that if you increase the value of feature 2, you will move from no stroke to no stroke. So by changing the value of feature 2, we can change the class of the person from stroke to no stroke. If I increase it, it will move to no stroke. If I decrease it, will move to stroke. While if you change, increase or decrease this value of feature 1, it still remain on the same class stroke. So feature 1 is not deciding, while feature 2 is deciding factor. So we can generate that explanation by just zooming into that data point, and when we zoom into that data point, our complex model is just reduced to a simple regression model or simple straight line model or linear model. And it's very easy to generate explanation for this linear model as compared to a complex model. So this approach is building a simple model around the complex one. So I hope you now understand that term. So it used to build a simple model around the complex one, and then we used to drive explanation for that local point, and this is called as surrogates. So ultimately we have these four approaches. I will quickly discuss LIME in a little bit more detail soon, but in the end we can conclude that yeah, there are four approaches to generate black box explanation. First is visual, which simply define correlations between different attributes, feature importance. So let's revise this quickly. So first is visual, where we just have correlation plots, scatter plots. Second, we have feature importance, where we can generate the importance of different features. Third, we have data points, where we can use what if tool. And fourth one is surrogate model, where we can apply LIME to generate explanation by converting complex model into simple model, and we can use it for generating explanation. And these are called as black box models, explanation techniques, and called as post hoc techniques. Any question up to this point? Yeah. Yes, please. Any question? Okay, so we are now reached at the second half of this, where we are going to discuss. Finally, we are actually concluding everything by understanding what are different categories of explainable AI algorithms. And you can see that we have four kind of categories in explainable AI algorithms. So first classification is based on the agnosticity, and second is based on the scope. Third is based on the data type, and fourth is based on the explanation type, visual, feature, importance, and so on. So I already covered this explanation type. So let's quickly discuss what is the meaning of agnosticity. So just read the term. It is model specific and model agnostic. Some of the AI algorithm considered as model agnostic, and some explainable AI algorithm are considered as model specific. What it mean? If explainable AI algorithm can be applied on any classifier, then it is called as model agnostic. So let's suppose you have a LIME approach, and if you can apply LIME on SVM, naive Bayes, support vector, CNN, RNN, so then it is called as model agnostic. The same approach can be applied on any classifier. So model agnostic means that explainable AI can be applied on any kind of model. So we called it as model agnostic. But if your approach is only limited to particular kind of classifier, for example, if algorithm can only be applied to neural network, then it is called as model specific, because you can only apply on neural network, but you cannot apply that on support vector machine. So we called it, we have a model called as LRP model, which is layer wise relevance propagation. And this is a model specific, which only be applied on neural network, and it cannot be applied on support vector machine, naive Bayes, and so on. While LIME is a model agnostic, SHAP is a model agnostic, which can be applied on any kind of model. So this is one kind of categorization, model agnostic and model specific. I hope this point is clear to you. Second is local and global. So what I have just discussed, that in case of local model, we just only generate explanation of individual record. So as we discussed on LIME, we just focus on one record, we zoom it, and then generate the explanation. So LIME is actually local explanation based model, where we are generating explanation for individual instance. If you are explaining the whole model, whole data point, then it is called as global explanation. So SHAP is a model which is global explainable, while Lime is a model which is local explainable. So in case of local, we are just only generating interpretation for one data point, while in case of global, we are generating interpretation for all the data point. So in SHAP, we can generate interpretation for all the data point at once, while in Lime, you can only generate data points for one data point or the selected data point. So that's why it is called as local interpretable. So we have third category on the basis of scope, that is local and global. And fourth, we also have categorization of explainable AI based on the capability of the input type of data which can take. So some model can take textual data, some model can take image data, some model can take all the data also. So it can be based on text, it can be based on image, or it can be based on tabular. So third category is capability based on the type of data they can take. And fourth is the technique which they are used for generating explanation. And we just discussed that there are four techniques, which are visual, feature importance, data point, and surrogate models. So I hope that through this discussion, you have a clear idea that what are the possible categorization of explainable AI. So at this point, if you have any question, you can ask me. So कुछ पूछा भी करो कि खाना खा के नींद आ रही है.
Everything is clear.
So
बहुत अच्छा समझ में आ रहा है.
okay, so now it's time to demonstrate. So I'm now going to demonstrate explainable AI in action. So let's move to the next part of this session. So now the next topic is explainable AI in action. So I hope that this will give you a clear idea that how we can use explainable AI and how practically it look like. So for this, I will follow a website. So here I'm referring to a website called as heatmapping.org. So I will share the name on your chat box. So let me share this right now. So so the link is heatmapping.org. So this is the web page which is maintained by a researcher of TU Berlin. So they actually proposed LRP model, which I just discussed, a model specific explainable AI technique. And they invented LRP model, and they have created this very beautiful web page to explain demo of explainable AI models in action. So you just need to click on that. So here you can see that it provides all interactive demo of various explainable AI algorithm, particularly LRP model. And as I discussed, we can apply LRP model on textual data, on image data, and even on tabular data. So here, this is the MNIST dataset problem. And you can see that you can draw any digit here. So you can just draw the digit and it will generate the prediction. So you can see that the digit is classified as 7. But the interesting thing is the heat map. I hope you can see this heat map. So in this heat map, you can see that all the red areas which are highlighted, which indicates that this is the reason, these are the strokes which are responsible to classify this as 7. So you can clearly see that we have one horizontal line, one vertical line, and this red area is also very important, which indicate that yes, there is a turn here. So that turn is highlighted, that horizontal and vertical line is highlighted. So that's why this is classified as 7. So you can try various digits. So you can see that this is 8. So this is again highlighted in different colors. So which is called as a heat map. And this heat map clearly explains that due to these turns, this model is considered as, this digit is considered as 8. So for this one, you can see that this is only a straight line. So there is no other red area. So if this straight line is responsible to classify this as 1. So you can try and write various digit in this interface, and it will generate explanation and automatically highlight those heat maps. And just I discussed that it will highlight those pixel areas in different colors which are important, and what are the pixel area my model is looking at in order to classify this digit as 4. So I hope that this makes sense to you. And from this, you can clearly see that we can generate these kind of explanation by applying explainable AI over our existing CNN models. So this is not only limited to this simple handwritten MNIST. So they have also provided image classification where you can select any image. So it will generate its explanation. So let's select this. So you can select any input image and it will generate explanations and also generate heat map of that. So this is a ladybug, and you can clearly see that in the heat map, it has selected the ladybug body part. So it has not selected any area of the leaf. So you can clearly see that this is the ladybug, and this generate a lot of trust in our model that yes, our model is looking at appropriate pixels in order to generate explanations for this. So let's see this. So this is Cook, and you can see that these are the pixel areas. So this is the important part of hen and cook, which make it important classification. So yeah, you can try various images in this, and it can generate heat map, and which clearly see that by applying LRP model, you can generate these kind of explanation over your LLP, over your CNN model, and they generate a lot of confidence. So you can see one very valid case study for this. So let's suppose we wish to use CNN model in healthcare, and we wish that the doctor can see an X-ray, and based on that X-ray, the model doctor can just describe or recommend the medicine to the person. So if by classifying the X-ray, we can highlight the areas in those X-ray. Maybe if there is some tumor in the X-ray, we can highlight that tumor, and then of course the confidence of that AI model will be immense as compared to a simple AI model where we are not providing the explanation for the output. So you can clearly see that we can apply these in healthcare application, and we can highlight those pixel area in MRI or in CT scan or in X-ray, that why this particular image is classified under that particular category, and that will be a very good case study, and people are using it in various examples. So yeah, so this is a case study for this. And not only we can apply explainable AI on image, we can also apply explainable AI for textual data. So I hope you built some lot of text-based classification where we can simply say that, let's suppose you have a tweet and you are saying that whether the tweet is positive or negative. But now by applying explainable AI, you can generate further details that why this tweet is positive, or why this tweet is negative, or why this article is a hate article. So it can highlight those text terms in the text that due to presence of these terms in the text, the model is classified as a hate document or non-hate document or a criminal document or a technology document and so on. So let's try this. So you can simply load any random document and you can put classify here. Sorry. Let's reboot this. So we were at this. So load random document. So this is the document which we are generating. And then, yeah, you can see that. So we have loaded a random document, and this document is classified as a Windows system. So why this document or this email is classified as Windows system? So you can see that it has highlighted the terms in red color to blue color. So the most important areas are red, which are pushing towards that class, and white are neutral, and blue are which are acting as a negative for this. So you can see that MS, PC, customized, DOS, directory. So it has highlighted those terms, and due to these terms, it is classified as Windows system. And you can see that there is also Unix, so which is classified under little blue color, because Unix is normally not in Windows system. So yeah, so it can highlight those terms which are acting against that classification, and it is also highlighting those terms which are acting in favor of that classification. So we have a lot of keywords which are in favor of that class. So that's why finally it is classified as X windows. So I hope that from this example, you get a fair idea that you can apply explainable AI on sentiment analysis system, or on detecting whether it is a real or fake article, or whether it is AI generated content or non-AI generated content. So you can highlight few particular key terms which are used in chat GPT document as compared to normal text. So yeah, you can build that kind of system, and then you can, over that, you can build explainable AI models which can further explain or highlight those terms. So you can try this, and you just need to select any load random document, then classify. So it will generate classification. Again, it is Windows and miscellaneous. And you can see that these are the various terms which are highlighted in this. You can see that chip is highlighted in blue because chip normally refer to hardware. So it is going against it, while all these are the terms, files, window, card, which are moving in favor of this. So we also have fourth very interesting case study in this visual question answering. So let's click on that. So here, this is the picture, and you can ask any question based on the selected picture. So let's suppose this is the picture, and you can say which game they are playing. So you can generate any question, and AI can generate the answer. So you can see that the answer is tennis. And why it is tennis, you can see that those pixel areas are highlighted where they have a tennis kit. So it automatically says that based on their dress and the tennis kit, it is considered as a tennis. So you can highlight any particular image. So let's see, is there any water in the image? So you can see that the answer is yes. So why answer is yes? You can see that the water is identified in this in pixel area. So the model has identified those pixel areas where there is a water, and yes, it say that yes, there is a water. So let's generate the query, any tree in the image. So yes, and now you can see that I want to emphasize on this. So you can see that look at the pixel area. So now the pixel area highlighted is only the tree, not the water. So the model is looking only at the trees, and since the model has detected tree, so that's why it is saying that yes, there are trees in the model. So let's see. So yeah, so is there any dog in this? So yeah, model is saying that there is no dog. So just look at everything on that particular image. So yeah, so you can play with this, and you can see that it can you can ask any question, and this is visual question answering system, and it can generate answer based on that, and it will provide you the details. So yeah, so this is all about the demonstration of this. So yeah, it is soccer, and based on that, so since it is playing with foot, so it is called as soccer. Of course, in US, they use football for playing when they play with hand, and they call it soccer when they play with foot. So yeah, so this is classified as soccer. So I hope this particular website give you clear idea that how explainable AI is important and how we can apply it in real life situations. Yeah. So if you have any question on these discussion, you can ask me any question at this point. Yeah, please. Okay. So let's go back, and so I will now take, I told you earlier that we will be having a quiz. So we will be having a Mentimeter quiz based on this. But before that quiz, I quickly want to discuss another term called as SHAP, so that I can give you another idea that how we are using explainable AI. So I give you a brief idea about Lime, and I have already explained this demo to you. So I'm skipping about lime because we have given you a fair idea about this. So let's discuss another quick approach called as SHAP. So SHAP is called as Shapley Additive Explanations. You can write down this definition on notebook. SHAP, Shapley Additive Explanation. And this SHAP approach is actually based on the concept of game theory. And this theory was given in 1950s. And now we are using this game theory for generating explanations for our models. So how SHAP is actually working. And here I will try to explain you through a very real example. So let us consider this example to understand the working principle of the SHAP. So let's suppose there is a team, and this is a football team which win a particular game, and let's suppose they win a first prize, and they got some prize money, and the team manager is responsible to divide this money among all the players. So now instead of just dividing the money equally among all the players, manager is actually looking for fair distribution. So manager want to distribute the money based upon their contribution in the winning. So now the problem become tough. So the manager wish to give the money based on their contribution in the winning. So let's suppose if person contributed 40% in the winning, so manager wish that he should get 40% of the prize money. And if a person contribute 10%, the person should get 10% of the prize money. So, but the question is how we can know the distribution or the contribution of the person in the winning of the game. So this concept is based on the game theory, and this is actually the problem statement of game theory. So what they actually the manager actually can use Shapley values, concept of Shapley value, to know what is the contribution of the each player. So what is that concept? So let's also equate this with our machine learning model. So if you can know the contribution of the each player in the game, then same way you can consider these player as attributes, and you can check the contribution of the each attribute in the final prediction of the model. That what is the prediction of the age, contribution of the age in the prediction of stroke? What is the contribution of the gender or body mass index in the prediction of stroke or no stroke? So we can apply the same approach which we can apply for game theory on our machine learning model. So you can see, just simply say that player will be replaced with attributes, game will be replaced with machine learning model, winning will be replaced with prediction, and then we can have a fair distribution of all the attributes, and we can generate feature importance by applying SHAP on that. So SHAP is based on this concept, and it is based on the concept of Shapley value. So how Shapley value came to know what is the contribution of the each player? So they simply perform two approaches. So just read that line. So compare how the team would perform with versus without a specific player. So Shapley value is based on the concept that we will evaluate how the team would perform with versus without a specific person. So when person is playing, how the team will perform, and when the person is not playing, then how the team will perform. So if we can evaluate that, we can easily find out the contribution of the person. So let's see that. Let's suppose we have 4 players for simplicity. The prize money is 10,000. So we want to find out the contribution of this first person. So we will remove that person from the team, and let's suppose the team play without that person. So we will check what will be our chance of winning. So let's suppose if we play without this person, the team just scores second position, and for the second position the prize money is 3,000. So with him the team win 10,000, without him the team win 3,000. So that way we came to know that the payout for this person will be 7,000. So this is the very basic intuitive idea to check the contribution of the each person. But of course, sometimes the contribution of that one person is dependent on the contribution of the other person. So let's suppose this person perform very well only when this play in the middle order and when this play in the forward order. So actually they both working together in generating first position for the team. So we also need to consider all the subset combinations. So let's suppose both of these players are playing in the team and both of these players are not playing in the team. Same way, we have to check this for all possible combinations, and based on all possible combinations with and without, we can find out the marginal contribution of the each player. And once we have marginal contribution of the each player, we can same way apply it on Shapley, and we can find out the contribution of the each attribute in that particular prediction. And that concept is called as SHAP, where we are using Shapley value to find out the contribution of the each player in the prediction of our model. So I hope this gives you a fair idea that how we apply Shapley value to find out the contribution of the feature. And that way, whatever approach you are using, you may be using CNN, but still you can apply SHAP algorithm over this, and it can provide you all important feature importance attributes, which are otherwise not possible. So this way we can use Shapley value or SHAP to obtain that kind of explainable AI algorithm in detail. So with this, I just wind up my discussion, and if you have any question, please feel free to discuss it. So it's question time. No question. बच्चे सारे बड़े सियाने हो गए कि कोई समझ नहीं लगा.
नहीं सर, काफी चीजें समझ में आ रही हैं.
चलो, so
this is all about machine learning models. तो क्या सेम चीज हम डीप लर्निंग के मॉडल्स पे भी कर सकते हैं क्या?
Yeah. So actually, this is equally applicable on deep learning model. So yeah, so it is applicable on CNN, RNN, and so on. So we have demonstrated it on CNN. Actually, जो भी हम image classification देख रहे थे, they are all applied on CNN model, and even those text classification can be on RNN model. So LRP model is capable to apply it on CNN and deep learning models. Yeah. So let's start the quiz. So I request everyone to open this menti.com, and I'm sharing this link on your chat box also. You can click on this link to join this quiz. So I'm waiting for the players, so please join this quickly. So actually, I love this quiz on online classes, because this gives you clear idea that how many students are actually listening to you. So otherwise, we have 43. So let's see how many are actually present in that discussion. So we have 23 actual listeners. So yeah, we are waiting for you. You have 1 minute. Please join this. If you have problem in joining with the link, you can also open menti.com and you can use this code to join. So I'm very happy that we have full audience and everyone is listening. Good. So let's start the quiz. So this is just a fastest finger first, like KBC. For every question, you will be getting 15 seconds. So the student who answer it fast and accurate will get maximum point. All these points will be cumulative. For after every question, a leaderboard will be displayed, and the marks will keep on adding. And we will have final winner after 5 questions. So let's start. So regression is a glass box. Black box is CNN and all those models. Okay, so let's see our winner board. Kashish is on second, TS is on first, Vyansh is on fourth. Good. Priya is also there. I know a few names. Yeah, good. So let's start with second question. राणा सर आपने प्राइज सबको देना है स्पेशल.
So don't worry, I will take care for them.
I know. Yeah, so now this is black box because we only know input and output, so we know anything about the other anything else. तो अब अर्शनूर नंबर 1 पे आए, प्रिया नंबर 2 पे है. So we are at question number 3. What is this? Equally divided in Bengal. What if is actually data point approach where we can, this is a third approach, data points, and where we can select a data point and it will highlight about the class and their values. So it is data point. Rahat is also there now and number 3. Ashnur is on number 1. Good. So question number 4. Yeah, so Lime is a surrogate model. So let's move to final question. So it is agnostic model. Actually, global model is all based on the data point. So here we are talking about any kind of model. So we are talking about support vector, neighbor, so on. So it is agnostic. We have model specific and agnostic. So agnostic. So let's see who is the final winner. Yeah, very good. Ashnur, congratulations. So can you unmute yourself and please introduce yourself to all of us? We are waiting for your response.
Sir.
Ashnur. Yeah, please speak loudly.
Yes, sir. I'm Arshnur.
So you are in which year?
Sir, now I am in second year.
Pardon?
Second year, sir.
Second year. And you are in which branch?
Sir, now my branch is upgraded to COPC.
That's good. पहले कौन सी ब्रांच थी आपकी?
Sir, COE.
That's good. और आप कहाँ से हैं?
Sir, Sirsa, Haryana.
Good. So congratulations. So when you come to university, you will get a special prize from Rana sir. So thank you.
Sir.
So we have second TS. So please, can you introduce yourself to us? Rana sir, I have 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you. TS, please introduce.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Tanisha Sharma and I'm in third year and I'm in CSC branch.
Good. Thank you. So we have third Rahat. Can you introduce yourself to all of us?
Hello, sir. I am Rahat. I am your son, sir. So I took this course with Rana sir. I am studying in Eastern Washington University in United States of America, and I'll be going to second year now.
Yeah, so Rahat is actually my son, and he's from US. He actually completed first year from US University, and he's very much from India. But yeah, you make this course international. Good, thank you. Vyash. Vyash.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm in third year, Thapar University, doing BTech COE, and I'm under Pratik Kumar, sir, as a research assistant,
So
working
Vyash
on
is
further.
also working with me on various research projects. So I'm very happy, Vyash, you are in this list. So good. Ruhani Bhatia. Yeah, Ruhani.
Good evening. I am Ruhani Bhatia, second year Thapar University Patala. I am niece of your.
तो दो बंदे मेरी फैमिली के हैं, पर मैंने आंसर नहीं बताया, मैं आपको ये बोल सकता हूँ गुड रुहानी. बिल.
Well, that's me because my name I couldn't set. I
Oh,
finally joined from my this iPhone, so
yeah.
I couldn't write my name. And first was I delayed the start. So I'm happy I could do little bit here, but all my answers were correct. Maybe little bit delayed.
So, you
Yeah.
student, you can see the motivation. So, yeah, it's very inspiring, ma'am. You participated, and yeah, I know that sometime in this age we are not that fast in pushing the buttons, but still you make it. So, yeah, it's hats
Yeah.
off to you.
Thank you. Really, the way you explained, credit goes to that.
So we are blessed that you are here to mentor all of us.
Truly my pleasure. Yeah.
Shaurya.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Shaurya Day and I'm a third year student studying computer science in Deravasi.
Good. So Deravasi se aap acha laga. You contributed in this and you are in this list. Good. So I hope that you will making best use of this learning.
Sure, sir, we will.
Aisha.
Hi, sir. I'm Aisha Sami from COPC third year, and I used to watch your simplified approach to DBMS videos, and they've been very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the way one can keep in touch with our students. So I always feel very happy when I know that you are watching my content. So actually, ma'am, I share, ma'am and Rana sir, I like to share with you. So actually क्या होता है कि on YouTube channel you came to know that your views. So जैसे ही थापर में MST EST आता है तो it just shoot up, and I feel very happy that still indirectly or indirectly I am able to contribute something. Yeah. So yes, so it's very important that these kind of tools and techniques are available with us. So thank you, Shaurya. So Aisha. So Aisha.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Priya.
Hello, everyone. I'm Priya Garg, a research scholar working under the supervision of Pratik sir.
So Priya is also my PhD student. She is also working on in the area of explainable AI. So yeah, so good to see you in this.
Thank you, sir.
So Aswari.
Sir, I'm a Savri second year COE student.
COE. आप कहाँ से हैं?
Sir, Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Good. So with this, I'm just concluding my session. So I have one more information to share with you. So we are planning a in-person workshop on explainable AI at Thapar in the second week of August, maybe from 7 to 11. So I will be there during that time, and we will be having that workshop in the evening. So I expect all of you in that particular workshop. So soon we will be sharing the registration form for that workshop. And in that workshop, we will be discussing in detail Lime, SHAP, and about its implementation. So I hope that that will be a good learning experience to learn all those explainable AI technique in details. So yeah, in the end, I just want to share a few of my resources which you can explore later on. So as discussed, I'm running a YouTube channel where we have a lot of content on data mining, machine learning, explainable AI, big data. So you can explore that channel. with the name Pratik Bhatia. And we also have a full-fledged course on explainable AI with Python on Udemy. So yeah, you can also explore that course. And this is an 8-hour complete course, which is available at Udemy platform. So I have also created simplified approach to DBMS course, which is available at Udemy. Learn SQL in a simplified manner. All these are the online complete course, mastering PLSQL, mastering machine learning, genetic algorithm for machine learning. This is also maybe useful for you to understand how genetic algorithm we can apply, and association mining for machine learning, where we can generate the recommendation of products by using machine learning algorithms. So please explore all these courses, and yeah, I will be happy to share coupon code with all of you. So yeah, so please explore those. And these are few books which I have authored: Data Mining and Data Warehousing, which talk about, again, data mining approaches which very in sync with machine learning. We discussed everything through Veka and R in this book. Simplified Approach to DBMS, you know that book. No SQL in a Day, beginning with SQL and PLSQL for beginners, some of those resources which I have created. And this is my website, pratikbhatia.com. You can explore more on some of our existing projects and other ongoing activities. So this is my detail. This is, you can write to me on pratik.bhatia@thapa.edu or gmail.com. You can text me on this phone. So I always love that I will be always there to help you, and I will feel a little bit fulfilled if I can help you in any of these subject areas. So once again, thanks to Seema ma'am, Prashant Rana sir, and whole team for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. I always miss my Thapa students back there, and I always look for any opportunity which I can get to interact with you people. God bless to all of you. You are wonderful people, and you are in wonderful institute. God bless. Bye.
Thank you, Pratik sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. And I hope जो हमारी audience है, he got to know कि visualize कैसे करना है किसी black box model को. And definitely ये students के लिए बहुत बड़ी learning है. And अभी तो हमने machine learning के लिए किया है, then they automatically explore for the deep learning also. So thank you very much. And जो अपना quiz था वो बहुत अच्छा रहा. Everybody, I hope सभी ने enjoy किया उस session को. And sir, thank you very much.
Thank you. And last एक और मैं announcement करना चाहता हूँ. We are also conducting another online workshop on ChatGPT, which will be going to start on next week. So I will share that poster with you. And in that ChatGPT workshop, we will be discussing Open AI APIs, where you will learn how you can use Open AI APIs to build application by using ChatGPT. We will learn how we can use build application for summarization, for expanding, and how we can create our customized chatbots. So everything will be through Python, and we will not be using web interface. We will be using OpenAI APIs. So I will be sharing that link with you. It will just a 4-hour session. We are conducting this in 2 weeks, and every session will be in the evening from 7 to 8. And I will share that poster with you, and you can register this course, and I will be happy to see you, all of you, in that course too. So once again, thanks ma'am, and thanks Rana sir. बहुत अच्छा लगा हम दोनों को देख के. जल्दी ही मिलेंगे. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome to the second part of the session. So we are going to start work on how to build a system, future systems. So this session will be completely hands-on practice. So I want your 100% participation. And जो हम आपको activity कराएंगे, तो kindly उसमें participation करिए. So Vansh, please start.
Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing great. Am I audible and visible? Please confirm once. Great. I request everyone present in the meeting to please turn on their videos if possible. So let's have a really great interactive session today. I want a kind of interactive participation of you all for the maximum outcome. So if possible, please turn on your videos and let's get ahead. So basically today's session is basically focused on building stuff I'm sure you guys would be having a lot of great ideas and thoughts of what we could be doing around in this session. So let's get ahead. So the theme, the topic of the session is let's build the future. And definitely the future is of arts, the future is of India, and the future is of everyone, right? So let's get ahead. If you don't know me, I'm Vansh. I'm the founder and CEO of Meta, Kodesh, and Dragverse. I'm building in Gen AI and LLM world. I'm also the student of Thapar, looking forward to a lot of things here, as well as glad to have you all today. These are a few of the things that I have built previously. I have won a couple of science exhibition when I was 15, named as DRDO, IIT, and all those things. Built self-driving car at 17. Have my non-profit named as Kodisha. Also the co-founder of Dragworks, which is a Web3 drag artist platform, and all those things. So this is how Meetag looks like. So Meetag is a public address sharing platform on blockchain. Kodesh is again one of the non-profit that I'm running. Dragverse is one of the metaverse that we are trying to create. So yeah, that was about myself. Let's get ahead. Why you're here? That's pretty much of the important question that we are having right now. So the next 1 hour basically would be the time that we guys would be communicating, interacting, as well as learning a lot of things and illuminating basically your idea, your thoughts, and building something that would be impacting your life from basically an idea to a really impactful product. So let's move ahead. So the title, we all have seen the title, the title is let's build something impactful. I don't really wanted to like load you all with a lot of things that how we could build the MVP and all those things. So let's make it very simple. I tried myself the level best to make it fairly simple for you all. So it is basically on a hands-on practice for everyone right now, right there. So let me know, ping me up in the chat if you guys are having any kind of idea or have any thought what an idea is, message. Let's have a conversation. You could also turn on a mic, video, and all the streams are open. So if you could let me know if you have a basic sense of what is an idea and how you could build around an idea. Let's have some interaction. Cool. So basically the gist is you definitely don't need an idea. The idea is basically a solution to a problem. Most of us really have a lot of problems in our life when it comes to our daily execution and all those things. And today we are trying to learn how we could create the idea to a really impactful product that we could ship around to the people. And to be honest, in today's world, this work of creating an idea to an impactful product is fairly simple. Like everyone from 13-year-old teenager to 40-year-old professional, everyone could do the same thing, building startups, building films, building music, writing, and whatever you want, right? So let's go ahead. What is the idea, right? The idea that always wanted to build, but somehow never got a chance to execute. I believe a lot of us have idea, but somehow we didn't execute because of our overthinking or some other choices, right? But today we're trying to make it fairly simple to execute an idea to a really impactful product. So think about the best solution present in the world. I want you guys to think about an idea that you wanted to solve and wanted to have some resolution over. And before that, let's talk about something else. And I'm noticing something really interesting here. And this is a slide that I call it as like a cheat code slide for myself, and I wanted to share with you because a lot of us are underestimating a lot of things that God has given us or the world has given us in the form of technologies and the support system that we're having right now. So each year, the distance between an idea and the time of creating it is decreasing. It's not decreasing. I could change it to like drastically decreasing. If you could imagine the time when Mr. Rana sir or any kind of professor around 10-20 years back were planning to do any kind of idea to an exhibition, it took around six months to 1 year, right, to build from an idea to an executing platform. But for us, for our Gen Z population, it's fairly simple right now. It's not not that hard for us to create an idea to a really impactful product in less than kind of 6 hours to a day. I hope you have heard about the weekend hacks, the weekend build. So that's basically the same thing. People are building in the free time, building and hacking great stuff. And I want you to do the same. And in today's session, we would be like learning how we could do that. So let's move ahead. It's easier. It's never been so easier to make web apps, to make landing pages, to make crazy viral tweets, to make music, to reach your thoughts to millions of people. It's never have been so easy. To be honest, it's never have been too easy. And this is a big deal, guys. Again, I'm repeating it. Each year, the distance between an idea and the time to create is decreasing. And if you don't build something in it, it's your fault, right? So never blame anybody. So before starting, I wanted to let you know this session is truly based on hands-on practice. By living this session, you would be having a lot of things in your hand that you would be like really impacting your life. So let's move ahead. And if you have built previously, you would be like knowing that most ideas die not because they were bad ideas. Most ideas die because the creator often never make it to the launch. A lot of us have a lot of ideas, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't have a lot of resources to look around it, or somehow we get very demotivated, or we overthink about the solution and everything. So let's do not overcomplicate the things. Let's make it fairly simple for everyone right here. So just think about an idea that you wanted to build. You have a problem, just curate a solution for it, and just think about the target audience for it. And let's move ahead. So this is the website that you guys could go around to in Figma. I hope you guys use Figma. So Figma is not a big deal platform. If you don't use it, just log in with Google and you would be there on this platform. I'm sharing this link over on chat, so you could go on to this link. So let's get connected over on Figma in a minute. How many of you guys know Figma, guys? If you could answer in chat. Oh, cool. So no worries. It's fairly simple. I just shared the link over to the Figma in the chat. So just log into the Figma. I'm sharing my screen, so you could see the Figma.
I've used Figma earlier.
Awesome. That's amazing. I could see a lot of guys joining. We are having 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, please don't change anything right now. Just randomly roam around, just check around how the slides are. Please don't try to change anything. Awesome. Let's move ahead. So these are the few of the examples by which you could have some inspiration about how you're gonna move around. But before that, let's have a view around the template, how the template is. So this is how the template would look like. So in the first heading, you would be writing your idea heading, which would be around 4 to 5 words, letting you know what actually the problem is, only in 4 to 5 words, and make sure to make it fairly simple, like your mother and father could understand. Don't use the technical words, don't use anything fairly complex, just use simple words here in one sentence or 4 to 5 words. Down here, just explain your idea. Don't create a huge chunk of paragraphs. Make it fairly simple here also. And the project name, just write a project name, whatever you like. So let's go down to this slide. Rent your stuff, right? So this is an example that I have curated. So it's pretty simple here. Rent your stuff. It's what is rent, and stuff. In the channel, I wrote the example of how you could rent. Fairly simple and easy kind of explanation. And I want you guys to just follow the same thing, right? So let's get started. let's you guys are having around 5 minutes to roam around, to choose the page, whatever you want, green, blue, red, orange, anything. Just write an idea, just write the paragraph, just write the project name. Make sure to don't interrupt anybody. Make sure to not change the font, not change the font size, font, as well as anything. Just try to make it easy. And if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of question, feel free to share me in the chat on Zoom, or turn on your mic and let me know. Guys, I want every one of you to have a single slide. Please, I mostly want more than 30 slides after next 5 minutes. So make sure every one of you have a slide with an idea, with the solution, with the target audience, and with the problem to in solution. So make note to, because the whole further session is dependent on this slide. So make sure to not to yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ideas booming around. Cool. I'm seeing Suryadev writing this. Suryadev, if you could shorten this name, pretty cool. Guys, write something. I know everyone, you are having a lot of problems, so make sure to write something. Write it. We don't overthink that how the idea is, what people will think, and anything like that. Just write the idea. No one cares how big, how huge, how cool, how often, how competitive the idea is. It's only you're having the idea, and by the end of this session, you will be building something based on that idea. So make sure to write that. Those guys who haven't logged in, please log in and try to edit it. If you can't log in, you can't edit it. Awesome, guys. I'm seeing a lot of ideas booming around. If you're having kind of any issue or error or something, just change the slide, just change the page. Try around the same thing in the next slide. And if anybody is facing a doubt or any kind of issue, doubt, anything, feel free to drop it in the chat. Awesome, guys. Last 1 minute for the idea conclusion. So let's figure it out. And if you guys don't know about Figma, it is one of the best platforms used by designers globally to design everything from a website to a web app to application on mobile to any kind of UI UX things. So it's the platform. If you don't know, feel free to learn about it. Just write on YouTube that fundamentals and basics of Figma, and you could get to know about it. I mostly encourage you guys to learn about it. It's one of the best platforms present globally. So yeah, let's conclude it. Let's explore few of the ideas present here. Let's go. Could you guys write in the chat how many of you guys have written the ideas? Like, if you are done. If you have done, feel free to drop in the chat. I am done, or yes, something like that. Great. Awesome. Guys are messaging me. Awesome, guys. Just write it over onto me personally, or everyone, whichever way you like. Drop it up. Awesome. I just got the confirmation from a lot of students that yeah, they are done. So let's go around with this idea. So Shaurya De, if I pronounce your name right way, Shaurya De have a great idea of named as Crowdflow. So the startup as well as the project name Shaurya got is like Crowdflow empowering events with smart crowd management. Shaurya, could you able to unmute yourself and interact me with that idea? If you are...
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Shaurya De.
Yes, Shaurya. Glad to have you here, man. So yeah, could you please explain your idea in just 1 or 2 words or 1 or 2 sentences?
Basically, nowadays, since we have a lot of public events, let's say rock festivals or football events, there's a lot of crowd where we can advertise or we can segment them, and we can have a very healthy marketing analysis on them. This can be good for event management also, and for some places where government organizations require it. Let's say at metro stations, we can have crowd management so that we can give traffic flow. We can have a seamless traffic flow between the stations, and for other events, we can segment the customers or the people properly so that we can target our ideas to them in a better way. This gives us an age group or a demographic properly, so that we can target them with the appropriate content while the event goes on.
That's amazing. That's a great idea, Shaurya. But again, you just fairly complexed it because you used a lot of smart words in it. So let's simplify it just to in 1 sentence, that if a new man want to know your idea, just explain it to a layman in one sentence?
For a layman, let's say we cater to the interests of a crowd based on the demographics, based on the position or based on the position and the characteristics they have with the rest of the crowd.
Awesome, awesome, cool, Shaurya. Thanks for interacting. Let's see any other idea. Who else have written? I see a lot less ideas coming around. Just a minute, guys. Anybody else written any idea? So yeah, motivational games is here. You need to write. So yeah, Shaurya, let's go with your idea. So now I hope most of you in the chat is having an idea that what basically the idea is, what is the who is our customer, what is the problem, what is the solution, what is our market, and all those things. So let's move ahead. So let me go back to our deck. Awesome. So we have done the idea analysis, that we know what the idea is. So let's move ahead. So again, you guys, huge congrats to everyone who had the idea, who wrote the solution, who wrote the problem, who analyzed these things. And now you are having a great idea to build around and create impact, right? So let's move ahead. So most of you are at 0 right now, and including me, because we are starting from scratch. So like try to be comfortable around being at the lowest level right now. You're having a lot of steps to go ahead, but again, be comfortable that yeah, we are starting to build something. And just think to ship something great. We are shipping something great. We're having an idea and we're trying to implement it to our real lives. And in simplest way, if you need kind of feedbacks and to build a great things, I usually ask you guys to look around your friends, look around your group or things to have some feedbacks to validate your idea, that is your idea good or bad, if people want it or not. So make sure to look around your people that could upvote your ideas, could look around that. So what's the next step? So we are having a tool known as XAI. So XAI is a tool to validate an idea, because now most of you are having an idea, a problem, a solution. So we would be writing a prompt basically for your idea, and we would be pasting it over to this XAI. So you could just log into this website, vnturusia.com. Or let me share it over to the chat. Give me a minute. So let's connect over to this website. So I hope you all are at this website, and cool. So you need to log in over to this website, including and adding your prompts and all those things. So let me know once you are let me know once you are there on this website. The website looks something like that once you log in in it. So the whole concept of this website is to like validate your idea, because most of us is having a lot of ideas. So this website would be helping you to validate your idea from scratch. That also doing a SWOT analysis of your idea, that what is the market, what is the market audience, the target audience, and all those things. So make sure to create a prompt of your idea. If you don't know prompt is basically explaining your idea to an AI platform. So make sure to write the prompt of the idea that you just got right now over to our page, onto the Figma page. So I basically have a small idea, which is this. This is a pre-written prompt by myself, which is like, I wanted to build automated student evaluation system for optimization problems. The system will help the teachers to evaluate large number of students without much efforts and quickly. This system will be free for students for a subscription-based model for academic institutions. and industries. This system will help the industries to solve their automation problem. So you need to write something like this, like in prompt. So basically the prompt is uh, a paragraph including your problem, your solution, as well as a bit about your target audience. So in this paragraph, I have told about what I'm building, how I am building it, for whom I am building it, and how I am doing generating the what we call as generating the money, as well as the system is for whom, what actually I'm doing. So you just need to write in prompt. So make sure to write a prompt like this. I'm waiting for next 2 to 3 minutes for you guys to log in, write in prompt, and just paste it over this to this place. So let me know once you are ready with and prompt, as well as a kind of as well as link to this website. Ping me up over on the chat once you're ready. I hope you guys got the prompt and written it to this way that I have shared you. Let me know if you are there, or I'm starting it. Ping me up in the chat. Cool. Got a couple of responses, so let's get ahead. So this is how you could generate a kind of analysis of your platform. Awesome. Thanks, Aisha, for the response. So this is how you could generate the validation for your idea, that how it will be working around. So this AI tool is working around. Just get it a bit of time. Awesome. Just a minute. So yeah, our optimization problem is now having a brief description, right? So we just get it few words, and now we are having a brief description as well as an industry insight, a short analysis of this tool, the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunity, and the threats to our business that we are planning to do. The pestle analysis, in a way, the target audience and users, including the teachers, the academic institutions, the industry, and all those things. We're having some business strategies, sustainable business frameworks. We're having the requirement analysis, additional revenue streams, and all those things. So this tool is basically for you guys to validate your idea before walking around to something else. So make sure once you have an idea to go to this website, validate it, as well as have some work over that. As well as you could also download the PDF of your validation as well as short analysis over to this page, and you could share it with your friends, your team, to know more about the idea and all those things. So let's get ahead. So now you had an idea, you validated it, right? So what's next? Cool. First of all, what was your analysis? I hope you could share me in the chat what was your analysis towards the idea. If you're comfortable towards, and let's move ahead. I'll be waiting around for next 30 seconds for you guys to write your analysis or kind of a brief of what you guys learned in analysis. Rather, we would be like moving towards the next slide. Awesome. Got a couple of responses. Thanks, guys, for sharing it. Definitely, a lot of people are knowing the betterment for this analysis. you could use it for a lot of your ideas as well as a lot of your thoughts that you got in brain to analysis and discuss more. And guys, please don't overcomplicate it. It's fairly simple. You get an idea, you think of building it, and let's build it. Don't overcomplicate it with a lot of things. The mind, and make sure to learn these things. Like I have seen a lot of people overcomplicating the build with a lot of beautiful websites, deciding fonts, designing a lot of the websites. The basic and core fundamental thing is to ship your product to the farthest most. It doesn't matter how beautiful it is. The thing that matters is how willing the people are to pay you money for that. So make sure you don't waste your time in the designing, waste your time in a lot of things. Make it fairly simple, make it fairly quick, and ship it to the people as soon as possible, because that's the thing that matters the most. So let's move ahead. So don't overcomplicate it. So let's simplify it, right? Now, solving the biggest challenge of getting life to an idea, right? So next slide is for that. So this is the website. To create a website from that prompt that you have generated. So go to this website named as framer.com, which would be helping you guys to create the website in just a couple of seconds from the prompt that you have written. The website name is framer, framer.com. So I'm just going to the same website. So the website name is framer.com. Here we go. So I hope you guys are there on the website. Let me show the website again in the chat. So this is the website, framer.com. The website looks something like that. So once you're there on the website, you could see this kind of start with an AI. So before starting, please take a time, just log in with Google account or something, just log into this platform. And once you're there in this platform, just ping me up and we could start working around with websites. Yeah. Awesome, guys. So let's get started. So this is how you will be seeing the website. So here's the place you're gonna drop in your prompt. So this is the same prompt that I used to validate the idea. So in the same way, you just need to like drop in your prompt that you have gotten from your idea to validate it. And when we click on the start button, it will be like generating the website for us. So this is how you could generate kind of website for your product. I hope you are following me with the same pace and having an idea of this website building. Please ping me up or turn on your mic and let me know if you have any doubt, concerns, or something. Awesome. So now the website is ready and it is asking us to publish it. So we'll be just getting your name. So in the first First idea hub, we have written the project name. So for an example, I'm writing this, the project, the name of a project as top hub kind of thing. So let's publish it. So now this website is published on to Framer. You could see the website is live. So if you will go to tophub dot website, tophub.framer.ai, you'll be seeing this website coming around, which has generated from the prompt that I have given it. As well as you wanted to change anything here from the color palette to the font and all those things, you could do it in couple of seconds and you could republish it from here. So this is how you could create your own website in a couple of seconds from your idea to real life impactful product. So I hope you are also having something similar in your hands. By the end of it, please share the link of the website that you have created. In that, once you are having it, I'm glad to see a couple of the websites that you guys generate. So feel free to share me the link once you generate a website like that, and make sure to publish it with a special domain, which is like tophub.framer.io. So you could use your own kind of DNS over here, like whatsoever your project name is, you could drop it up here. So I'm just waiting for the next 1 minute for you guys to share me kind of website link or share me anything that you wanted. Awesome, guys. Just got two responses from Aisha and Karthik. So Aisha got this idea of guidance, which is an academic JEE need counselor, which is like virtual counseling, which 400 plus counselors and instant and all those things. That also have some kind of age-related things, which are like interactive platform, tailored support, and all those things. So well done, Aisha, for writing the prompt and sharing with us. And the next thing, Karthik also shared us something similar like that, which is like luxury what's that? Like luxury mats without amplifying your wallet, right? Or emptying your wallet, sorry. So this is how the website looks like. Amazing, Karthik, for writing the prompt and sharing us with us. So anybody else who have generated any kind of website, feel free to share it in the chat, else we are just moving ahead. So by end of this part, you are having a really impactful idea in your hand, as well as a website that you could share globally with anybody in the world. So this is how you could create a kind of idea to a website, which usually took kind of months to us to build it. But now with the help of AI and generative AI and machine learning, it's fairly simple for us to build something like that. So moving ahead, just a minute. Awesome, guys. So let's move ahead. Now we have seen Framer. So now you're having a pretty sick website, guys. So now make sure to share it with your family, your friends, your loved ones, that those guys will also know that you're having a great idea, you're building something cool. So moving ahead, how about having a pitch deck, guys? I think now you're having an idea, you're having a website. I think you could reach out to kind of an investor, kind of a friend, or you could let your friends know with a cool pitch deck. Or if you don't know pitch deck is an kind of a tool or a website tool or a kind of document that you could share with anybody in the world, which let you know kind of everything from your business, everything about your business, from your business model, from your marketing, from a team, about the product, kind of sort of an analysis about the product. So let's know how we could generate a pitch deck with the same prompt that gotten us the website and the idea. So this is the kind of website, Gamma. So Gamma is created by Give me a minute. GMA. So I have shared the link over on the chat. So make sure to use Gamma and follow me back using Gamma. Cool. Let's move ahead to Gamma. Awesome, guys. I hope you have logged into Gamma and just create an account like this. Let me know, ping me up or on the chat once you are there on this platform. I'm just waiting for you guys for next 1 minute, so you could carry on with me over to this page. You need to create a Google account and sign into this Gamma, and this is how the landing page looks like. And would be when you click on this create new AI, you would be seeing these two kind of blocks, which is one is like to generate the AI text like from doc and DAC or a web page, and this text platform is there for editing notes, writing some Google Docs, or writing an article or kind of things like that. So you could use it for your day-to-day tasks also. So ping me up when you're there at this platform. Drop me a yes, I'm there in the chat. Just a minute more. A few of the folks are joining in. Awesome. I hope most of you are there at this platform. So let's move ahead. So we are having two things here. So we'll be going with the doc one because we need to generate things. Let's click on to generate. We are having three options here: to generate a presentation, to generate a document, or to generate a web page. So we need to generate a presentation, kind of pitch deck. So let's click on this thing, and we are having a lot of options here, which is how you need to like specify or fine-tune your output. So we don't need a kind of product roadmap. We don't need a UI design case and anything like that. We could need a pitch deck, right? So we could write a pitch deck here, and we could say yes. So here is the kind of outcome of the pitch deck. It's like letting you know the kind of framework of pitch deck. So pitch deck, as explained before, pitch deck is an kind of short analysis of the business, including your introduction. Not yours, the business or ventures introduction, the problem statement, the market opportunity, the business model, the marketing and strategies. So these also are all are the same things that we have used as venture sci to generate and have some to have some validation over to our idea. So you could also do the copy and paste from venture side, or if you don't need to do that, just control delete this and just paste in your prompt that you are using it like that, and that's how it works. And we would be like clicking onto the continue button, and just letting us know how we could use the which theme we wanted to use. So we wanted to use this theme, so let's click on this theme. Let's continue. Surprise, not surprise. Let's click on continue. So after clicking continue, we're just moving onto this platform, letting us know, creating a pitch deck for us. So I hope you're onto the same page. So now we are having the auto-generated pitch deck with all the problem solutions, the basic idea, as well as like also having the idea of what we're trying to do. So it is just also creating a roadmap of the idea, which is like optimization technique that we were having. You could also change these pictures. You could also edit it. So just double click it and edit it. So it's also into your hand. Here we go. Our vision and goals, the key difference and market potential, the continuous impact of our solution, the future steps and investment opportunities for us. Guys, this is how AI could create presentations, or this is how AI could create kind of pitch decks for you. The forward path, acknowledgement, looking ahead. So you could use it for a lot of things ahead, like from pitch deck to your presentations to doc creation and all those things. So let me know once you have the pitch deck of your idea, your venture there. And by this share link, you could share your pitch deck with me over in the chat, and we could discuss more. Just click on the share button, just copy the link and share it over to me on the chat, and we could look around what you have built. Just waiting for 2 more minutes for you guys to continue. Awesome. So we just got one response from Aisha. So this is how her pitch deck looks like. Awesome. It's looking really fantastic, Aisha. Well done. So revolutionizing student counseling and an interactive approach. Looking damn interesting. The importance of counseling for students. Oh, cool. The challenge of JEE and need academic pressure. Yes, makes sense. The limitations of traditional counseling methods. Very amazing, very amazing. The benefits of interactive interface for student counseling. Oh, Aisha, you really made it really amazing. Kudos for that. How the interactive interface can help students. Cool, cool, cool. Amazing, guys. So just create something like that. Let's hop on to another example by Karthik. Karthik also built something like that. Oh, cool, Karthik. Revolutionizing healthcare for chronically ill patients. Cool idea, Karthik. High cost of chronic illness, makes sense. Our mission and vision. Oh, cool. How we are different. Amazing, amazing. How it works, who we are, our impact. Amazing work, Karthik. It looks really amazing. So this is how you could bring your idea to one website. First of all, from an idea to a paper, to validation, to a website, to a pitch deck. And now most of you are having the ideas as a part of a pitch deck. So let's move ahead with the presentation. So now you're having an idea. Yeah. How about sharing with some professors? How about sharing with a mentor? How about sharing with a kind of a teammate or a friend? Definitely. It is better to share with the people who knows people would like him, Prashant sir usually discuss a lot of ideas, so you could like mail him this deck as well as this website, and let him know the basics about what your idea was. His email is his email ID is like prashant.singh@thapar.edu. So you could like email him the deck as well as the website, so he could like review it and let you know. So this is how you could create an idea to a real life product. And guys, a lot of times it usually takes a lot of time, as well as most of the ideas are not really successful. So please don't get it to your head, as well as don't ever compare yourself with somewhere else. It happens. As a human, you usually compare yourself with others. So please make sure to don't compare with yourself. You be yourself, and the only way you can lose is if you could like lose it within yourself. So make sure to don't lose with yourself. And this is the next kind of cheat code slide from my end, which is like 99% of your battles is with yourself. So make sure to win the battle within yourself, and that's how you could win the battles.
Hello guys, I hope I'm audible now. So I hope I'm audible now. If you're having any kind of questions or any kind of thing, feel free to ask me. The session is open for few of the questions ahead. So ping me up in the chat. We could have a couple of questions. I'm waiting for next 1 or 2 minutes for some questions ahead. So let me know. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for being there. We are ending the session. These are my socials. Let's connect ahead. And let me know if you have any kind of doubt, questions, queries, and we could move ahead. Thanks for being there. Thanks a lot. See you.